Oh, I am looking forward to this. Today we'll be checking out 6 more tracks from Outcome Memories, which has been fantastic so far. I love the music of it so far. I love the ones with vocals. I'm not sure if any of these have vocals, but either way, they should be fantastic. We're going to be starting off with Dead or Alive, which you may be saying, I've already checked out Dead or Alive, but this is version 0.1, which I've been told is very different, and I should check out this one too, because it's fantastic. So here we are. But again, we've got several others too, and I can't wait to dive into them. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. It helps so much. It only takes a second, but it helps the channel grow and shows that you guys are enjoying what I'm making, and so I can make more Outcome Memories and stuff like that. Also, if you'd like to request something, you can request down in the comments, or if you'd like to get it right away, you can join Patreon tier 2 or 3, and you can get it right away. You can also get access to over 300 reactions over there. And also, if you'd like to join a member on YouTube, you can get early access to videos like this too, so that's always an option. But without further ado, let's check out Dead or Alive, version 0.1. I'm curious what the difference is. Okay. Okay. Nice. Ooh. Already sounds more chiptune than the original. I like that. I like chiptune. Ooh. Okay. Oh, this is a sample from like a Metal Sonic Fight. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. I really like that. Good breakdown here. What is that in the right ear? It's like different voice lines. Ooh, the saxophone? Dang! Let's go. Nice. Background melody there. The bass gets super crunchy. Dang, this is an interesting breakdown. So this so far has been wildly different from the other version. I mean, I checked that out actually not too long ago, but it was fantastic as well. I really liked Dead or Alive, but it was a lot more like heavily produced. I feel like there was a lot more like just heavier instruments and stuff like that, as opposed to more of a chiptune focus like this one, which I actually really like. I mean, I also wasn't expecting the saxophone to come in, things like that. Like everything that's being worked into this, even though it's 0.1, like it's very good. Like it's always interesting to me how, like, I mean, I guess it's probably a lot of the times the composers who kind of want to redo the work that they've done before because they didn't think it was polished enough, or they just have new ideas or whatever, and that's why 0.1 ends up getting replaced by another version. But like, this is very good, and there's other ones where it's like, I know especially OM in particular, there's a lot of songs that are scrapped, and it's like, I don't know why they're scrapped all the time, because a lot of the time they're fantastic songs. So I don't know if they just decide to go in a different direction for some reason, or it doesn't fit the character or something. I have no idea. But at least they're still on YouTube, because there's a lot of fantastic scrap songs from this game, like a lot of them. So I'm excited to look at. There's actually a few on this video too. So anyways, let's keep going. Ooh. I like that stutter step. Ooh. Okay. Interesting beat too. Wow. Nice. Now we lay that stutter step beat over top of this new melody. Ooh. Okay. I do a chiptune intro for the outro, I guess. Oh, nice. Ooh. I got that doo-doo-doo. Oh, I didn't do it that time. Nice. Dang, okay. It was like a siren at the end there. But that was really cool. I mean, this was one of the more dynamic songs I've heard from this game. Like every again, like 30 seconds, 40 seconds, we got something changed up and then we didn't go back to that again. Like it's just super interesting because there was a ton of variety to this. Like it just kept changing up, it kept getting new things in. We got new bass melody, we got the saxophone coming in at some point, we got the bass melody taking more of a focus, many different electronic elements, chiptune elements and things like that being worked in and out. Like really dynamic, really interesting, and the way it kept flowing and just kept adding new elements to it, it was just really impressive. Like even at the end there, like that da 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 da, like that was taking the like da da da, like that beat was there already before, but that diddle was different, right? If you know what I mean. But like they're just adding little elements here and there to kind of keep things fresh, keep things moving, keep things interesting throughout the whole thing. And I was already sold in the beginning. Like they could have been more repetitive with it, to be honest, but I'm glad that they didn't because it kept things so much more interesting overall. Like it just drew me in even more, and that was really fun. I mean, I can see why people told me I need to check out this version too, because there's a lot of differences between this version and the version I checked out before on my channel, which was also excellent. It was in my other video, but yeah, I'm just glad to check this out because as someone who grew up playing Sonic games and stuff like that, like I'm always gonna love the kind of chiptune Sonic music because it's all so fantastic. Especially like Sonic 2, Sonic 3. Like Sonic 1 was okay, but 2 and 3 just had absolute banger music. And Sonic CD too. Sonic CD was also fantastic. But anyways, we've got a lot more to check out. So jump into the next one. Hey, up next is Ray's solo, No One's Hero. Now, this one was requested from my Discord actually, and if you guys want to join, you can always hang out. We got a really chill Discord over there. But you don't get you don't get extra preferential treatment. There's no preferential treatment if you're in the Discord, but you can still request things there just like you can everywhere else. But anyways, let's check out No One's Hero, the Ray solo from Outcome Memories. This one's still in the game. Ooh, piano. Dang. I don't even know who Ray is, honestly. Very imposing. Oh, okay, I can see why this is requested already. This is like a Doom song. Ooh. Whoa. Dang. The choir beside the crunchy guitar. Wow. Who is Ray? Like, wow. It's just wild. Ooh, and the tempo picks up. I was not expecting this. Ooh, those drums. Oh. Okay. Ooh, the distortion on the end of that. Dang, the drum's still going wild. Listening for the xylophone, we had like a few notes of the xylophone at the end of the last phrase. Ooh. Wow, this is so good. Oh, it keeps getting better. Ooh. I'm not sure where we're going now. It just obviously we're changing up tack, but I want to go back and get that little bit again because that little solo, like the electronic guitar solo there, I think it was probably a synthesized guitar solo, but like regardless, that was fantastic. I mean, this entire song has been insane. I mean, when we started off with that piano melody and like the imposing kind of like organ in the background, I think like it seemed so intense. Like it definitely seemed like a very dark theme, like darker than most of the other ones I've heard from this game. Like it's meant to be like kind of imposing, like I said, and like it just kept getting crazier, and the guitar kicks up and it goes wild. Like I never would have expected it to be so intense and so crazy. Again, I don't even know who Ray is. I'm not sure which game Ray is from. Like again, I've said before, but like I played the early Sonic games, like up to like Sonic Adventure 2, but after that I didn't really play a whole lot. Like I think I played Sonic Heroes a couple times. Like I rented it once back in the day, back when rentals were a thing. But like that's like the extent of my Sonic knowledge. So I'm definitely behind in a lot of the different characters, a lot of different like music from the game. So there might be some references that I miss here and there, but overall, like, it's still wildly impressive. And this makes me think like Ray is a villain or something like that. I don't think he probably is. He's probably not, but either way, this is really interesting. Let's keep going. This fantastic solo again. Here it is. Yeah, definitely synthetic. Awesome. Okay, where are we going now? Ooh, back to the piano. Ooh, little chip tune at the end of it. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, we got a rhythm. Whoa. Like a chorus. Whoa. Dang. Here's that intensity again. Wow. That guitar is so good. And the choir every once in a while behind it too. Man. No One's Hero. That's fantastic. That's almost like the anti-Sonic in a way, where it's like, normally you'd have like an upbeat, energetic kind of Sonic theme. It's like, oh, here's the hero, but this is like Ray's no one's hero, and it's like dark and broody. I mean, it's very possible that Ray is more of a villain or something like that, maybe like a dark Sonic. But although again, like there's Shadow and there's there are essentially dark Sonics out there. Like Metal Sonic is also like, I don't know. It's super interesting. I'm curious more about like who Ray is within the context of the game, of like OM and stuff like that, because that was super dark, like super gritty and really awesome. Honestly, like very, very interesting theme. Overall, like I really enjoyed that one. I don't know if I liked that more than Dead or Alive. They were very close. Actually, yeah, I probably did like that more than Dead or Alive. Although they're both very good. Like I love the chiptune elements of the last one, stuff like that, and the saxophone section we got. Like there was a lot of good elements to that. But this was also crazy, and like I would just say that this one blew me away more. I really like both so far, but this one just overall just blew me away way more than the last one did, because there was just so much more blowing, like just so many more crazy elements to it, I guess. So many more things to blow my mind. But anyways, I've still got more to go. So check out the next one. All right, up next we've got a little bit of a shorter one. This was scrapped too. Again, I'm not sure why it was scrapped or anything like that, but it's called Resort to Violence, and I believe I was told this is the Mighty solo theme or something like that. I don't really know who Mighty is either, so I don't really know either of these characters, but hopefully the music is as fire as the last one, because that would be awesome. I mean, Ray and Mighty, but yeah, I don't know. You guys can let me know in the comments who they are. I'm curious. But anyways, let's check it out. Ooh. Okay. Cherry Mix, that's who made it. Ooh. Okay, piano and guitar again. Very nice. Great melody so far. Ooh, and the guitar kicks up. Okay. The drums, very nice. Also, I just want to say, in the last video, it just came to me in this moment. At the end of the last song, I was like, this is like a chorus. It's because that whole section of that song felt like it was missing lyrics. Like, it felt like it was meant to have lyrics, but they were just kind of taken out or something like that. Like, the way that it flew, like, it went through in that exact section. Like, you can go back if you like, but, like, it's just what it made me think of. And for some reason, this build-up of this song also makes me think of, like, this is like a build-up to a rock song or something like that. And it's like, the lyrics are going to come in, although I don't think they probably will be. But, like, it's almost like they're missing. Like, it has that kind of, like, I don't know, like it has the spaces for lyrics to go in, but there's no lyrics there in a way. Like it has that kind of vibe. The last one very much so. This one not so much just yet, but it still has the intro that would kind of go into that kind of thing. Anyways, little side tangent. Let's keep going. Nice. Okay. Not a whole lot of variety here yet. But what's here is decent. Are those like light melodies in the background there? Okay. Just an electric guitar there. Excellent. Ooh. Adding more layers behind it. And the guitar going in wild in the background too. Hey, okay. Interesting. I mean, overall, if you compare that to the last two, it's definitely a lot more like kind of basic in the composition overall. Like there wasn't nearly as much variety to this compared to the last two, because the last two were just so insane. Like so many different things blew me away as over the course of it. This one, it was very like static. Like it established some really solid beats at the very beginning, and then just kind of rolled with those same beats throughout the whole thing. And every once in a while, we got new things added around those main beats, kind of thing. But overall, it was still the same kind of overall like melody, just like the piano and the guitar and everything like that. But again, that's not a bad thing. Overall, like it didn't get repetitive to me. Like even though it was fairly repetitive overall, like there was enough added to the background and stuff like that that it was still interesting enough that I didn't get bored of it. Like, and overall, again, the main melody we got was also very solid, like the ba 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 ba, like, and the way that it grew and changed, and like we got the electric guitar in the background, like certain things got added and like adjusted a little bit, but it wasn't again nearly as complex as the last two songs we heard. But it was still a good one. I still really enjoyed Resort to Violence. Again, not sure why it got scrapped. Maybe there's a better version that's more dynamic that came in afterwards or something like that. But still, like this was also a really good one. Even if it's not my favorite, it's still a solid track overall. Like it was decent enough, right? It was decent enough. Again, I'm not sure if these are like chase themes or if these are like LMSs or how exactly it goes. I've never actually played Outcome Memory, so I'm not sure. But anyways, either way, it was an interesting one. And I'm curious who Mighty and Ray are. Like Ray's theme was definitely a lot better in my opinion, but yeah, this is also interesting. But let's go on to the next one. So we've got the Silver Last Man Standing, which I've been told this is the best version of it, so this is going to when we're checking out. Epilepsy warning though, just so you know, I don't know what's in this content of this or whatever, but just heads up in case you have any issues. But let's check it out. Ooh, okay, another piano intro. All right, Limp, Crispy, and Dino 19. Okay, Crispy. Okay. Crazy. Okay, I'm into this. Seems like it's just getting faster. Ooh. And the beat picks up. Okay. It's like skipping now almost. Okay. Where are we gonna go now? Ooh. Wow. This is wild. Holy crap. It just keeps getting more wild. Ooh. Oh, I love this piano. Well, these two piano melodies, I should say, anyways. Ooh. A bit of a funky kind of rhythm there. Yeah, and then back to the intensity. It's like you're just flying through spaces, silver, whatever, and like every once in a while it just kind of stops and you're just like slow motion or something like that while the soft piano plays, and like, well, you got like the more like low note individual notes of the piano going on there, and then the like much faster pace, like high notes just going a little wild there, and then of course the beat drops and we just go back into space, just flying through. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just the background or something like that, but I think space Silver is like there's something to do with space. I'm not very familiar with Silver either, to be honest, because again, I've told you the games I've played. It's like I don't know. I think he's from a game I've never played or a series I've never watched. Because again, I've never really watched any Sonic series either. I watched Sonic.exe back in the day, and like the OG Sonic the Hedgehog from like the '90s. That's the extent of my knowledge of Sonic. Of course, I watched the movies too. So who knows? Maybe Silver will be in one of the new movies, and I'll know where it came from. I don't know. I think for some reason I think he comes from space or something like that, or space is something surrounded by Silver. I have no idea. Anyways, let's get back to this banger. This is fantastic so far. Okay. So frantic, it's so fast paced. Ooh, and the guitar, nice. Whoa. Is that a harmonica? I don't even know. Definitely a guitar melody or two there. The drum and bass, of course, going crazy. Dude, it's just so frantic. Dude. Almost like two songs overlaying each other or something like that. There's so much. Whoa. So this is where the epilepsy warning comes from. Hey. This song belongs in a rave. Like, even before this happened, it belongs in a rave. Like, it's very much like a trance, just fantastic, high energy, like... Whoa. This is excellent. This might be my favorite part so far. Imagine this is a Sonic rave. I'm sure there's Sonic rave somewhere. Ooh, interesting. Like laser sound effects as the beat. The drum and bass stopped here. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Now they came back to more of a synth at the end. I wonder if we'll get the piano again at the very end. Okay, just a fade out of the guitar. That was excellent, though. I mean, this whole sequence here with the colored lights and everything like that, like, I don't know that it need to be flashing like that. That was kind of, again, just the only thing it really served is to make kind of an epileptic issue. But, like, aside from that, the actual beat and the way that it was growing and stuff like that in that section was probably my favorite. Like, but this was absolutely insane. Like, right from the very beginning, it just goes off the wall, and like again you're like flying through space. Like, it starts off very calm, actually. It seemed like it was a very mellow song, maybe, with the piano coming in, absolutely beautiful piano melodies, and then again it just goes wild. The drum and bass kicks up and you just get so many elements, like all these different synth elements coalescing together that just went insane. Like, it was just layer after layer after layer of different melodies, to the point where like in the middle it almost felt like two different songs were being played over top of each other, because like there was so many things going on. It was almost hard to like pick out individual elements because there was so much. Like, the drum and bass was obviously there through like most of the whole thing, but like everything else aside from that, like all the different synth melodies, like I said, at one point it felt like there was maybe a harmonica there or something, or maybe it was just like the way the synth sounded or something, because I have no idea. There was just a lot. There was a lot going on there, but it was fantastic. Like, I really liked it, especially this end bit. Like I said, the melody for that section, it was most replayed too. Makes sense, but the entire song is fire. Like, so much of this is replayed, so whatever. It is a very, very good song, though. I really like that one. But anyways, on to the next one. Still got a couple more. Alright, up next, this one seems very dark. This is called Even Gods Can Bleed. Johnny Joy Mode, I'm not sure who the heck that is, and 2011X, which I think is like a form of Sonic or something like that. I honestly, again, I'm not the most well versed in this type of stuff yet. I think I was told at some point who 2011X was, but I don't remember. Maybe it's like Sonic from Sonic.exe. I don't know. I don't know. You guys will have to tell me everything in the comments. Yeah, let Unk know. But anyways, let's check this out. This is Even Gods Can Bleed. I'm curious what this is about. This is gonna be an intense one.
Why do I have a health bar?
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. So we definitely had another theme that I reacted to that had the same voice lines, except it was a lot more frantic, a lot more intense. Maybe it was another 2011X theme that I listened to or something like that. I'm fairly certain I haven't listened to Even Gods Can Bleed, but I do remember like the distorted like beat better, run faster, like that beat I remember, and people told me like, oh, that's from like Dr. Robotnik line or something like that. Aside from that, I don't really know anything, but it's just that it's things like that stick with me, so I can't forget it. But anyways, let's keep going. Okay. Oh, and bass and guitar, of course. Ooh. I like that melody in the background there. Hey. A guitar melody in the background. Ooh. Wow. This is really good. Ooh. That was fantastic. Like, having the individual voice lines coming in from, like, Dr. Eggman or Robotnik or whatever, like, that's interesting. It doesn't really add much to the song necessarily. I mean, it is individual, like, the syllables are like beats, like, be better, do, like, you mean, that kind of thing. So it has a kind of rhythm to it. But coming in with the choir section there, like the more like kind of ethereal style vocals for that section, that was fantastic. Honestly, that's probably my favorite part of the song so far. And with the guitar in the background, changing up the tack a little bit, like taking away the drum and bass, making it a little bit less intense, a little more like, again, otherworldly and strange and stuff like that. That was a really cool choice because it feels completely different. And like, I feel like when I reacted to the other song, people told me to check this out because it's where that came from, or at least it was where it was used before, and that was really cool. I mean, not that I've heard that whole choir section before or whatever, but like, that was fantastic. It was an interesting breakdown. The vocals were excellent there. It was really cool. Let's keep going. The 3 syllables. It actually works quite well with the beat. Dude. It's like a screamo song. Dude. Dude, that's cool. Interesting. Build up for the end, nice. It's more and more intense. Dang. The distortion on the character then in the end, that was interesting. But yeah, I'd say my favorite part is this whole section here. like the choir sings a mournful, like whatever, just like the way that whole section went was really cool. It's interesting though, even though this was kind of intense, it was not nearly as intense as like Ray's theme or even Silver's. Like there was definitely a little more darkness, especially in Ray's, but like for something that's all about like even gods can bleed and much darker, like this isn't really that intense overall. Like the drum and bass is pretty intense, and like there are some horror elements worked into this, but like overall I don't know, it didn't feel as heavy as like Ray's theme did, which was just like super horror filled. Like it was like this is the main villain of the game or something like that, whereas here it's like I think Sonic.exe Sonic or something like that. That might be Colossus as well. I have no idea. Again, I've reacted to a number of things. It's hard to keep track exactly. I'm terrible with names and anyways. But anyways, it is incredibly interesting though. Like I never would have expected this little breakdown here in the middle, and even like the whole like run faster, be better, like that whole thing. Like again, I'd react to another song. It was probably another 2011X character song that maybe it was a chase theme or something, but like I didn't really understand what the lyrics were saying because it was just in the background. It was like distorted, like like you just hear like the distorted version of those words, and I didn't know what they were. But now I do, so it's interesting. And also, again, I really like this whole breakdown in the middle, and like even when it was like Eggman singing or whatever, again, it felt like a screamo song, which is an interesting choice because it's rare you hear something like that, like again, like a metal song was like a bunch of screaming and things like that. Like it was really interesting. It was a really interesting choice. But we got one more to check out. So let's jump into it. All right, here we are. The last one for today. Once a Flower, which I believe is the Cream theme. The Cream theme. I'm not sure if this is an OST or if this is an LMS or well, it's definitely an OST. But anyways, I'm curious. I do know who Cream is from. I think she was in Sonic Adventure 2 or something like that. I'm aware of this character. It was one of the few that I actually know from today. But anyways, this should be interesting. I'm curious, is it going to be very soft or is it going to be more of like a horror theme or something? Because this picture makes me think more of a horror theme, but let's see. Okay. Making clock heartbeat. Light synth melody though. Okay, let's go. Great rhythm. Great melody. This is cool. That synth in the background, driving synth. Ooh. Whoa. That was really cool. Really cool breakdown. The use of drums here is really interesting too. It's really well done. Like the synth, driving synth behind there too. Ooh. Whoa, waltz. I just saw a waltz down here. Ooh, fascinating. Definitely has a bit of a horror vibe to it. Oh, is Cream's theme gonna be the best of today? Dude. Do you have a choir behind that too? Kind of. Okay. Again, I'm a sucker for chiptune melodies. This is fantastic. Even that main melody, like it's a fantastic melody, and the way that it just flows so nicely from the last section to this, and just like it's really good overall. Like so I said before, like, is this gonna be my favorite of the day? Like, it's definitely up there. Like, we've had a lot of great songs today, don't get me wrong. I mean, Ray's theme was fantastic. Dead or Alive was really good. Like, there's been a lot of really, really good ones here today, but like, this may take the cake for me. Like, I wouldn't have expected Once a Flower or Cream's theme to be the one that drew me in the most and blew me away the most, but like, this is very good so far. I'm really liking this, especially like the waltz. Like, I didn't even read what the text here said. Like, I was like, T Jim Waltz. Like, I don't even know what that says exactly. But like, then the second the waltz came in, I was like, wait, waltz? That makes sense now. It's like it's really cool choice to add that in. And again, added a little bit of a creepiness to it with the way the waltz was played and stuff like that. And then building back into this whole melody here, like, which is fantastic too. Actually, can go back and get a little bit more of this. Let's keep going. the driving synth in the background adding more of a kind of resonance to this whole thing. Again, the drums being very carefully used. Really cool choices. Really well produced. Where are we going now? Oh, guitar solo. Dude. Nice. Whoa. What is this? Oh, nice. Build that out into the main theme. A little more intense. I don't know if there's a choir or it's just another synth, but it feels like there's a choir there. Drums a little faster. Ooh.
See, Cream, I told you we'd make it, and we did. You didn't doubt me, did you?
Interesting. The heartbeat's back.
Anytime, Cream, anytime.
Interesting. I wonder if the thing they're going for here is like almost like a nightmare, like Cream's nightmare or something like that, because it's like Cream is, I believe, like probably one of the youngest characters in the Sonic whole like universe, I believe, or something like that, and like I don't know, like it would be interesting to be like in this horror realm with all these horror characters and things like that, and like that's why the theme is the way it is, like Cream's nightmare in a way, right? Once a flower. I don't know where that reference comes from, other than like maybe Cream likes flowers. I have no idea. Again, I don't really know the character all that well. I think she was in Sonic Adventure 2, but either way, super interesting style. Like overall, this went wild. Like this honestly might be my favorite of the day. Like the way that it grew, and incorporating the waltz element in there, like that was really interesting, and the way that it built back up to that main melody, and like I don't know, the main melody was really solid. Like it was a really good hook overall, and it was decent. Like I'd say this and Ray's theme are probably the tied for first in my head, like just in terms of the best I've heard today. But again, there was a lot. Silver's theme was also incredible, so I don't even know. There's so many good ones from today. I'm glad I decided to check this out, because this was awesome. It was really cool. But anyways, thanks for hanging out, watching my reaction. If you liked it, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. And again, if you'd like to get early access videos or whatever, check the memberships down below. You can click the button, a couple bucks a month, and you get early access. Or Patreon, you can request things whenever you like, and you can get usually the next day. But until next time, later days, folks.